Today I'm sharing one of my favorite make-ahead meal hacks for solo camping, but also just solo living. It's easy and quick, and you can make 6 meals out of it. Stay around with me and I'll show you how to make 3 of the meals that I use it for. And if you stay all the way to the end of the video, I'll give you a bonus meal idea. If you think of any other ways to use this meal hack, let me know in the comments. I'd love to have some more ideas of how to use it. I just want to welcome you to Blessed Fan Journeys. I'm glad you're here. If you get any benefit out of this video, I really would appreciate if you would like, subscribe, and leave a comment so we can build our community. My meal prep today is a simple ground beef and peppers and onions mixture that I cook ahead and then freeze so I can take out the exact portions that I need. And this is perfect for taking camping because I can have the meat already done and have the other ingredients with me to make a quick meal and very little cleanup. I start with microwaving the 3 pepper and onion blend in the bag for about 2 minutes. Then I open up the 2 pounds of ground beef and put them in my skillet. I like to get the 90-10 ground beef from Aldi's when they've got it on sale. Doesn't seem to happen that often anymore though. Then I use my handy dandy meat chopper spatula thingamabob. That's the technical term, by the way. I like to use that because I can chop up the ground beef as it's browning so that it's in smaller pieces. Then I cover the pan and let the ground beef cook. I'll stir it a little bit every once in a while until it's done. And then I'll strain it and get all of the grease off that I can. The only seasonings that I put into this beef prep is garlic salt. I want to keep it pretty neutral so that I can flavor it for each meal that I make later. Next, I drain the peppers and onions that I've already microwaved and pour them into the pan with the ground beef. Stir it up well together. Oh my goodness, I wish you could smell this. It smells so good, and I'm hungry. Doesn't that look good? It's making my mouth water. Since this is real life and not a cooking show, the first meal I'm going to show you how to make with this is going to be my supper. I'm getting me some out in the bowl right now. And also, this mixture has to cool before I can put it into the freezer anyway, so that's my excuse. This first meal is going to be a cheeseburger bowl. I'm tearing up a slice of Colby cheese to put on top, and then I'm going to melt it in the microwave. You could sprinkle on shredded cheese if you wanted to as well. Now that it's nice and hot out of the microwave, I'm going to add some sauces to it I like to have on my cheeseburger bowl. I use Ray's no sugar added barbecue sauce because I eat low carb. I also add some Heinz no sugar added ketchup. I love ketchup, probably too much. You can add anything you want. I know a lot of people like mustard on their hamburgers, so you could put mustard on this too if you wanted to. Well, I'm going to go eat my supper now while the beef cools, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. My beef and onions mixture is now completely cool. I'm going to put it into this Super Cubes container into portion sizes and freeze it. I'll show you how to do that. I really like these containers. You can get some off-brands of them too, but these have a really good wire in the top that makes it stable and keeps it from collapsing. I fill each well with the mixture, and you can fill these all the way to the top, or you can go halfway with them, just whatever size you want to have for your meals. And if there's any left, you can use that in the next day or two to do another meal. But I'm filling it up, and then once it's filled up, you need to go and press it down firm so that when it freezes, it's going to freeze into a solid cube. Otherwise, you start to push it out, it'll come out in pieces. So just be sure that you do press it down well. Now it's ready to put the lid on it and put it in the freezer and let it freeze solid. Then the cubes are ready to use whenever we want for our next meals or to take camping with us. Now I struggle to put the container into my freezer with my left hand because I'm right-handed, but I'm videotaping with the right hand, so joy, joy. But I got it in there. Got to give me brownie points for that. Now that it's completely frozen, it's ready to wrap up and put back in the freezer in individual servings, or you can leave it in the Super Cube container and keep it tightly sealed. Our next meal, I'm going to put this portion into the microwave and defrost it, and then proceed on with one of my favorite meals ever. I love spaghetti, and that's what we're going to do now. I use the Rao's. It is much lower in carbs than other sauces. And then I also use egg white noodles because I'm trying to keep it low carb, as I said. But you could also just take your noodles with you camping and then boil them whenever you're ready to serve them. But these are so handy, and especially since they are egg white noodles, they don't have any carbs, so it serves me very well. You take the package and drain out the water, and then pour it into your plate that you've already gotten your beef mixture and your spaghetti sauce, however much sauce you like to have with it. I like to chop it up just a little bit. I'm not really one for trying to swirl noodles around a fork. I just wind up making a mess. So this is what I do. And then I stir it all together really well so that that ground beef mixture is all incorporated in with the noodles and the sauce. Then I kind of even it out in the bowl. And then comes another one of my favorite ingredients, shredded cheese. I like to use Colby Jack, but you can put whatever kind you want. Some freshly ground Parmesan if you wanted it. But this is what I have, and I like it. But I'll sprinkle that on, probably sprinkle a little more than I should have, but I love it. And then I put it into the microwave for just maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes, just long enough to melt the cheese and to get it hot because it's already cooked. And that is such a fast meal. I love it. Always have loved spaghetti. And this way, with these noodles, I can still have my pasta and keep my blood sugar low. That's one of the meals that I took with me and made camping when I went to the Cherokee National Forest last fall on a solo camping trip. My dog Harley and I took a walk around the lake. It was a great hike, but by the time I got back, I was hungry and tired and didn't really want to have to cook a lot. It was so nice to have this ready to go, and it took very little time to put the meal together and very little time to clean it up. It turned out really good. Our next meal, I'm going to start out with a cube of the meat mixture and microwave it. And while it's defrosting, we're going to gather up all of our ingredients to make beef and broccoli. If you don't want to take all these seasonings with you camping, you can mix them all up before you go into a small bowl with a lid and take it and keep it in your refrigerator until you're ready to make your dish. Excluding the rice, of course. I use this rice substitute made by Miracle Noodle, and it's packaged in water. So you just open it up when you're ready to use it, drain it, and then I think it tastes best if you will dry cook it in a dry pan, and it helps flavor if you cook off the water that's left in the rice. Once it's dried out but not browned, then I spread it out in the pan and get ready for my next ingredient. If you can eat regular rice, you can skip this entire step and just take one of those little cups of rice that's already cooked that you can buy at the store, and then you're set. All you need to do is just put your seasonings in it, just like I'm doing here. Now I'm adding a package of previously frozen broccoli that I cooked in the microwave, and then I drained the water from it. Now let's add our defrosted ground beef and pepper and onions. Give it a good mix. And now we'll add our seasonings. We'll start with the sesame oil, just a little drizzle. I don't like a lot of it in there. I think it's pretty strong. And then we'll have a few squirts of garlic paste. Be sure to squirt a little bit on the stove for good measure. And then we'll have some ginger paste, just however much you would like to have in it. I just put like 4 squirts of it in there. And then give it another stir so that you get all the flavors mixed in together. Then I added some chicken bone broth. If I'd had beef bone broth, I would have used it, but I didn't, so that's what I used. Just poured in maybe 1/4 of a cup, 1/3 of a cup, just to give it a little bit of sauce to go in there with it. And stirred that together a little more. And then I gave it a good sprinkle of sesame seeds on top. You can leave this out, or you can put more in it, or you can wait and sprinkle that on top right when you're ready to eat it. Then put the lid on it and let it simmer for a few minutes to let all the flavors meld together. Now it's ready to plate up and eat. I actually had enough for 2 good-sized servings of this. So probably if I didn't want to go to as much trouble while I was camping, I would just eat 1 serving at home and then take the rest as leftovers in a really good container that seals well and keep it in my fridge, and then just microwave it at the campsite. I am fine with leftovers. And of course, I want my sugar-free Yum Yum sauce to go on it. So this one meal prep can make several meals, and it's always ready whenever you need it. Whenever you're too tired to cook, just pull this out of the freezer and you've got several possibilities of quick meals. And as promised, here's a bonus meal that I made as well. I simply added one of the cubes of the ground beef mix in with some taco sauce and taco seasoning and made some very good tacos with it. Just add any toppings that you like as you normally would for your tacos. I hope you got some good ideas today for meal prep and some camping meals, and I'm so glad that you joined me. I really appreciate it. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.